Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four. Well, I've been holding in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the stripes and it's away we go.
Hey, it's Wuzzup time. I'm Larry Sidelinger. The man of the mill's right there, Mr. Bobby Whear. It's fish time in the Ellswife stream, isn't it, Bobby?
Boy, the fish are booming. I got a little bit of a cold, so.
That's all
anyway.
right. We got Haven behind the camera here doing the directing and
Haven's
switching.
got a cold, too.
TV Toby and I, we got to get out of here. There's too many sicknesses around. Yeah. Bobby, I got some news that's not even in the paper. That
We
got to share this.
We love that.
At least I didn't see it in the paper.
Breaking news.
This is breaking news.
Wuzzup is famous for breaking news.
Tuesday morning, right after Memorial Day weekend. Everybody's rested up. 8 o'clock, Damascotta Town Office. There's going to be a meeting with the town manager is going to update people on the progress in the back parking lot, what's going on, and the snow plowing. What's going to happen with the snow plowing? What his plan is for the snow plowing, and he wants input from the shopkeepers and the town residents.
8 o'clock Tuesday, folks.
8 o'clock Tuesday.
You heard it here.
You can be sure LCTV is going to be there too. Oh, shoot.
So, anyway, this transgender stuff in RSU 40.
Yeah.
Boy, it's so complicated, Larry. I don't even understand really what's going on. All I'm getting out of this article is that the state has their own rules, and the school systems have to abide by those rules, and they don't want to get rid of the rule, so they're kind of locked in.
Yeah, and is this correct? 505 to 422 in attendance? There was 1,000 people in attendance?
Yeah.
Is that correct? That makes
unless
sense.
they're voting online, but
unless
again,
they're voting online.
That's pretty close.
5-hour meeting? Oh
yeah.
My God. We did one of those up at Alna. That was on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what May 16th. I don't know what that date was, but I don't know what day that was. Thursday, May 16th. 5 hours that was.
Yeah, the Maine Human Rights Commission has got a policy in place, and the towns always use it, but people don't like it. So anyway, it's that vote, 505 to 422, that spells trouble.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyway.
Jonathan Riley gets the picture of the week, though. All the fish. Jeez. All the Ellswives. When I first looked at it, I said, what are that, flowers growing up there? I didn't even read the caption.
Yeah.
I said, oh, heck no, those are fish.
Well, my buddy John Wally, he's got an underwater camera he puts under there.
Oh, really?
And that's really cool. I believe you can see that on the damascottamills.org website.
Probably. Yeah.
And we got our Oysterhead pizza guy, Nick Kronkala. He's talking to John Riley. He's talking a little bit about his history with food. He's always been around food. I guess he had to cook for himself when he was a kid because his parents were never home. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
He's a national champion lacrosse player. Didn't say where he went to school to be a national champion.
Yep. Boy, how about, last week we talked about Edgecombe having a full-time fire chief, and they voted him in.
They voted him in. They just barely voted him in.
Yeah. So, again, it's a close vote. 33 to 31.
Yeah,
Boy.
I just that spells trouble to me.
Yeah.
These small towns, when we start, that's the beginning of an administration. I mean, Newcastle had a full-timer. They found out that didn't work and went back to part-time, and it seems to be working out fine.
Just to give a figure of what's that going to cost the town?
Well, it's going to cost them $60,000, $70,000 just in the salary.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. Doesn't say how many calls. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But how about this? I am so excited that there's now a substance abuse treatment facility in some place in Lincoln
Whitefield.
County.
Yep.
They're going to have it at 54 beds. So somebody comes into a hospital or into a police station or collapses, or they have to detox them first, but there's actually a place for them to go now.
Yep, good stuff.
Oh, kudos to Cooper's Mills. That's fantastic. And not a lot of work has to be done.
I went by the building yesterday, and it looks fine. The building outside, the grounds look good.
It was a nursing home.
Yeah.
So,
Jason
anyway.
Begonia down South Bristol. I see him running up to the track in the morning at the YMCA.
Yeah.
It's interesting. He's juggling. Every now and then he drops one, but it takes a lot of concentration.
Well, never mind the concentration. I mean, you and I can't even relate to that. But how about the exercise involved to juggle for 50 miles?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, my friend Susan and I would see him up there walking when we were walking in the morning, and he's really intent on that. Heidi Roots, they found they got a piece of land down in
They got
Bremen there.
Yeah, they got is it Pembroke Lake or it's Biscay Road, Fogel Road?
Let's go to Biscay Pond down there.
Biscay Pond, and so anyway, they got land on the pond and they got land across the street.
114 acres. That's a lot of lawn. That's a lot of land.
Boy, good for Haley. Good job. It's a lot of generosity involved there.
Ellen Kinney, absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway.
Dresden Board, they granted a ledge pit appeal.
Yep.
Not exactly sure.
Well, it's not even run by, it's owned by a guy from Richmond, Maine, and it's Nathan Tribbett, and the pit is actually at 778 Middle Road in Dresden, and they're saying that he's got the go-ahead. He says all his, everything's in order.
Yeah.
And anyway, a couple neighbors.
Not happy? Well, I mean, have you ever been around one of those ledge pits there where they're blasting and grinding? It's noisy.
Yeah.
There's nothing quiet about it. You hear it going all day long.
Yep.
Making material. Well, that's just about wraps up page one, Bobby.
It's a pretty good front page.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad.
Not bad.
That's when we gotta start ranking our front pages here.
Now the second page here, Larry's got
Not good.
Talk about
$8.26 million for the school budget.
Talk about could be the money page.
Boy, this is the money page for sure.
Yeah, Great Salt Bay School District, $8.26 million, $1.8 million for the Newcastle secondary education budget.
Dan Moscato's 1.7.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money. They're throwing millions around like you and I throw a few bucks around.
Yeah. So anyway, we got the parade on Monday. Starts at Louis Doe's around 11 and takes the downtown route.
Yeah.
And
they have a 21-gun salute on the
always
bridge.
Interesting to see who's in the parade.
Yeah.
So anyway, I like this article on this worm guy, Casey Mullins.
Yeah.
And
well, they have a worm fest over in Wisconsin this summer.
Yeah. That could be a good filming opportunity.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We got to find some sponsorships to do it.
Yeah,
so we'll see what happens.
Anyway. Casey tried the 9-to-5 job, and he flipped over to worming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a large worm that's 4.5 to 5 inches long. Is 90 cents.
Yeah.
So
if you get 200-300 worms at a tide, you're doing okay.
Yeah. Interesting, and. We got some students coming into the Wiscasset Waterville Farmington Railway Museum, and Steve Piwawaski, he's a big-time volunteer over there, and he gives a very informative and entertaining and energetic talk. St. Philip's welcomes crafters.
70th Strawberry Festival. They've been doing that 70 years up there. They started that in 54.
Always with crafters?
Yeah. Well, 70th Strawberry Festival, St. Philip's up there. Mm-hmm. That's pretty something. They got history over there, the Wiscasset Waterville Farmington Railroad. Oh.
Well, a lot of our Republicans are going to host meet and greet May 30th.
Yeah, Waldoboro's they're gonna do a June art exhibit over there at the Waldo Theater.
Well, how about the Waldo Theater sign?
Yeah.
Got a new sign.
Yeah, all in place.
Yeah, the other one was kind of beat.
Yeah.
So.
We'll do a big yard sale over there, Memorial Day weekend. Yard sale. This is yard sale weekend. Memorial Day weekend, there's yard sales everywhere. Bobby Fawcett was inducted into the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. That's pretty cool. Do you know Bobby? I knew Bobby.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Bristol's got a 8.90 mill rate, and they're accepting road bids. They accepted road bids. So anyway, that's one from Hager, one from Northrop.
Yep, Northrum got it. $283,000.
Well, down in Bremen, they got a solar ordinance development committee. That's a good move by the town of Bremen, because next door in Waldoboro, they seem to be lacking on that, and they just had a big, huge solar farm go up in Waldoboro. So the people in Bremen are got a pretty knowledgeable group there.
Well, I mean, if they go through that like they went through with the internet program, they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, they seem to work well.
And this is the 75th anniversary of the Alden Fire Department, which we did a show about those guys.
Yep.
Miss Marvel was all over that with our man Haven there behind the camera. Yeah, the old Glenn, he got a good picture of a lobster boat there. Memorial Day. I didn't even read the editorials. I just had the glimpse of this paper. I've been so busy.
It's basically telling you about Memorial Day and how appreciative we are of the heroes.
Yeah.
My father included, your father included.
Yep.
And Center for Teaching and Learning, they're going to have a spring concert. They got quite a crew there.
It looks like it.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn it! Why can't they vote?
Well, they're voting with those little clickers.
Yeah, right.
And it actually works pretty good.
Yep.
We've done Newcastle. They borrow them from Newcastle. Newcastle has those set up, and it actually works pretty good. You know, and you can only vote once. You know, when you press on it, you can press on it as many times as you want, but it only counts the first one.
Yep. We mentioned Oysterhead. The town of Damascotta gave them a liquor license. They have full liquor now. And the Lucky Fortune Chinese restaurant there up by Penalty Box, they now have a full liquor license.
Yeah.
So Oysterhead's they're going for an entertainment license.
Who?
Oysterhead.
Oysterhead, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's got a nice back deck there.
Yeah.
Overlooks kind of the back parking lot and the river there and whatnot. Can't put a large crowd out there, but, you know, I'm glad to see it. You know, give the chance for musicians and whatnot a chance to play. And people go listen. They'll go for music, you know, where there is music.
Yep.
Certainly Schooner Landing is in full gear. I see that back in business.
Yep. Bob Schilke, he's an unbelievable artist, Larry. I've seen his stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's going to be down at Saltwater Artist Gallery. Yeah, he's a great artist, really.
Yeah. And Wiscasset Chamber, they celebrated their 13th annual dinner. I heard it was very nice.
Yep. Well, you know, they've come a long way.
Yeah.
And you know, for years. I mean, when I was starting the chamber up years ago, here Wiscasset had no interest.
No interest.
No interest at all.
Pat Clutie who does the chamber chats for us. She does a wonderful job.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Calvin's article this week is some great pictures of some grand folks at the in front of the Damascotta Baptist Church, and it's photos of the Damascotta Centennia, which would have been the 100th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's that white horse. You don't see a all white horse like that very
Right.
often.
Well, it's a small one because it's not even that much. It's not even higher than the wagon. But anyway, got a trail cleanup was held at the Salmon Preserve. It's along the Sheepscut River, folks. It's right off 218. Nice place to walk, and got a nice cast of 5 people that went up there, mended bridges, and trimmed trees, and people don't realize, those trails don't stay.
They don't stay.
They don't
Mother
stay
Nature
on
just
their-
keeps growing
They
trees.
don't stay on their own.
Yeah.
So anyway, getting ready for the Lincoln Academy graduation.
Which will be broadcast live streamed on LCTV.
Yep, there you go. So the preseason opening at the Pembroke Art Gallery is this weekend. That's a mainstay here. Mark Lazari, my buddy, he's having a art show at the Scudomful Library. It's going to be the month of June, and yeah, he did a nice picture for us of our backyard.
Yeah.
How about the diaper drive? Did you ever see these?
Diaper drive.
These numbers.
Yeah.
More than 10,000 diapers and pull-ups were provided to babies in low-income families.
Yeah. I hear about this a lot because my wife's involved in the Head Start program.
Yeah,
She's director of development there, and they deal with a lot of young, babies in diapers. A pile of them.
Yeah.
A pile of them. So.
Years ago, you didn't buy diapers; you just reused.
Yeah, you washed them, hung them out on the little clothesline.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid because I had 4 younger brothers and sisters. I was the oldest, so I got to hang the clothes out. I was only about 10 years old when I started doing that. Well, in the wintertime, you hung these cotton diapers out, and they would foreeze.
Yeah.
And I found out it was right fine. You could, when they were frozen, you just take your finger and hit them real quick and drive your finger right through those cotton diapers. Oh. My mother went out to take the clothes in one day, and there was all kinds of holes in these diapers.
Yeah.
She wanted to know what happened. I said, geez, must have been bird's mouth. I don't know.
Wow.
She was not happy.
Well, that would have been that. Maybe that's where the saying comes. You could read the newspaper right through the diaper.
Right through the diaper, yeah. Oh, shoot. In the obituaries this week, a couple of sad ones. We lost Perry Waltz, Damascotta boy. Father used to own Waldo
War veteran.
Waltz's. What's that?
Veteran.
Oh, yeah. And Dick
Navy.
Sundberg.
Yeah, and Perry was actually a Navy corpsman, as was my dad.
Yeah.
And Wiscasset Elementary School, they did a virtual seminar with Puff and Pete Samuelson, and 39 summers on the coast of Maine for the National Audubon Hog Island Camp.
Yeah.
She's 39 summers.
Bobby, I'm sure because our dear friend Mr. Sundberg loved an adult beverage in the afternoon. You probably had some great conversations on Thursday afternoons with Dick, huh?
Yeah.
He was always quite a character, really.
Yes, he was.
Quite a character. Loved his boats, loved boating.
Loved Maine.
Loved Maine, he did, absolutely.
Loved living in Damascotta.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Condolences go out to his family. I think we ought to have a celebration down at Schooner Landing Farm.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
You've got Old Bristol Historical Society. They're going to be this Saturday. I think this Saturday's the opening, I believe.
Yeah.
And they got all kinds of equipment in there, new exhibits and stuff that was left there, and I think they fixed it all. I mean, we got the attic basement closet sale. That's at the Washington Schoolhouse in Round Pond. That's this Saturday as well, 9 a.m. So.
And sports page, boy, the kid's been busy.
The recent baseball score, Larry can tell you about.
Yeah, last night the Lincoln boys came from behind to knock off Gardner, down 5-0. They got 2 back in the bottom of the third, and then scored 7 in the bottom of the fourth. That was a long inning.
Wow.
And then held on. A.J. Giberson was outstanding. A little rough in the first couple innings. He's a good pitcher, and a really good pitcher anyway. And he didn't have his stuff, but as the game got on, from about the third inning on, he was just tough. 1, 2, 3.
That kid's a good athlete.
He's a good athlete. He's a great baseball player. Yeah. He's got a mean breaking ball, and it throws a good curve and a good fastball. But he's always around the plate. I forget what his pitch count last night.
How about this Madomic tennis team? They were 11-1 this year. That's quite a record.
Yeah.
I wonder who they lost to. Anyway, these kids are.
Yeah. Speaking of some good games, LCTV broadcast Monday night, Camden Hills and Madomic Valley. Girls softball went 8 innings, top of the 8th, it's 0-0. Camden scored 3 in the top of the 8th, and Madomic couldn't answer, and so they won that one. In boys baseball, Gabe Lash and Hunter Bell hooked up in a 1-1 battle all the way into the 8th inning, and Camden scored 3 in the top of the 8th and won that one. But you couldn't have seen any 2 better games. We got the boys game, both Lincoln and Madomic on our LCTV station. Just some great high school baseball. Just great.
The girls lacrosse team at Lincoln, they beat Gardner and MCI.
And lacrosse. Speaking of lacrosse, we did that game, the boys lacrosse game last week against Eagles.
Yep.
From Erskine, and it came out great. Yeah. Haven and CJ Savastano there and I can't remember the 2 fellas did the call, but it was excellent. You folks that like lacrosse, want to see high school lacrosse, it gave me courage that next year I think we'll see if we can find the manpower to do some more games. So it was good stuff. Good stuff in the sports world.
Well, Mid-Maine Sports Car Club Rally, that's always fun for people that are into cars. They're going to wind their way through Woolwich, Dresden, and Pittston until they get to the traffic jam here in Newcastle. The traffic was backed up.
It was just obscene.
Yeah.
It was obscene. But I think they might be done now. I'm not sure. Did they finish yesterday?
No.
No. God, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a couple of good things coming up, Bobby. We got Rusty Lane is going to show, we named the show Two Old Salts. And we got Frankie Poland and Scott Lehman just talking about growing up in Round Pond.
Fantastic.
One of the things they did as young kids, they stole an outhouse from somewhere.
Yeah.
And they put it right in the middle of the square down Round Pond and put Selectmen's Meeting on the door. If you just enjoy a little bit of Maine
I
humor.
need to know when that's on.
That's running Saturday night.
Is it?
I think it's Saturday night this week. You have to check with Avon, but it's Saturday night.
And you can go, folks, you can go on video on demand and get what you want.
Get what you want, yeah. And then on Monday, I think it is, we're running a racing marathon where we got all these vintage race car drivers. So we got 6 hours of shows. We got Unity Raceway. We got Ricky Craven. We've got all the guys that have raced here. Some really good, 6 of our better shows. We thought it was our best shows. Yeah. And hope you folks, it starts at noontime on Monday. We're going to be a rainy day, so sit back and enjoy those.
And of course, the Wisconsin Raceway is cranking. They're up and running.
Yep, they sure are.
Best deal in town, folks.
$5.
Yep. Between the cars and the people, you can't do better than that.
Can't do better than that. Yeah.
We got a Damascotta Mills girl, Chris Cash. She's going to be the new executive director of the Maine Lobster Institute.
I didn't realize she was,
Well, she lives in Damascotta Mills. She lives on Borland Hill Road. And,
do you know her?
Yeah.
Yep. Can you give me a contact for her, Bobby? I'd like to talk to her. I think that'd make an interesting show.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Well, we just got a few minutes here for page 2 here of the Snooze News. Noble Historical.
I know this is Thursday night, but my buddy Adam's concert, there was 8 tickets left last night.
Good stuff.
LincolnTheater.net. Maybe you get lucky. So anyway, the Westport Republicans, they're going to meet on June 4th, and they'll be at the Westport Town office. Got a couple of students named to the dean list, Channing Chadwick and Jacqueline Hassan Flug, and they were named to the New Hampshire University Winter.
You did a good job with that name, Bob.
Hassan Flug.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job.
Hassan Flug.
Yeah. I was ready to butcher that, but you bailed me out of that one, Bob.
Well, I saw that coming, so
I know you're a linguist anyways.
Yeah. We got the Lincoln Academy Alumni of the Year and Annual Service Award. We got Brian Higgins. I don't know much about Brian Higgins. I know John Gallagher pretty well.
Yeah, John's been pretty involved in
anyway,
EMT work.
Yep.
42 years he's been on Lincoln, on the ambulance.
Yeah.
That's amazing, huh?
Nobleboro Historical Society, they got a potluck dinner every year. This year it's going to be June 1st, and it's up at the North Nobleboro Community Center. Folks,
that's where they had the chicken barbecue right next to it.
That's a classic old hall.
It certainly is.
Yep.
It certainly is. And boy, that chicken barbecue, I never miss it. Debbie Myers plays a little music. My buddy Robbie Coffin. Good stuff. They have a blacksmith demonstration in Chapman Hall.
Yeah, Nova Central School, they got a nature trail right behind their house.
Yeah.
Right behind the school.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Put
did
up
a
a
story
new
with this
sign.
Jeff Miller here for the Damascotta Historical Society.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, there's nothing like talk about town. There's nothing like an old blacksmith.
Oh,
You know,
they used to be like the hardware store. If you back in the 1800s, you
Yep.
needed something, you went to a blacksmith.
Yep.
He made nails and all kinds of things, hinges and all kinds of things.
Boy, I'll tell you, this Wiscasset, Waterville, Farmington Railway, they're busy.
Yeah.
They got stuff going on now. May 25th, which is Saturday. A lot of stuff going on. You couldn't possibly do all this stuff on Saturday.
Oh, good Lord, no.
So anyway, but Bob Emmons, he's a entomologist. He wouldn't compete with all the stuff going on May 25th. He's got a bug talk on May 29th. It's going to be at I think he usually speaks at the South Bristol Library, but
Yeah. Well, we're wrapping down here,
couple
Bobby.
folks have a cookbook. Margaret Hathaway and Carl Schultz Schatz, they hold their 2 community cookbooks up in along the way. They probably had a book signing up there. Wiscasset Speedway, it's got 3 days in a row.
3 days in a row. That'd be a busy weekend over there for those folks.
Boy, it's a lot of noise.
With Coastal 200, that's a big
Lot of noise.
race in New
A
England.
lot of noise for West Allen
Yeah,
Road.
it sure is. Won't be any quiet time over there this weekend. Potomac Valley, they're going to do a drama, spring play.
Good Supply up there, Catherine McCletchy and Liz Martone, they have that store up there called the Good Supply. They're going to reopen again, Thursdays through Saturdays. They're opening today. So,
Well, that about wraps up the snooze for this week, Bobby. We're about done. South Bristol Gazette, they got a bunch of stuff going on there. And that about wraps up. Bobby, what you got? Big weekend planned? You got full house at the
oh yeah,
end?
all Animators fans are checking in.
Yeah.
And
A lot of fish going up through the...
a lot of
the way?
fish.
Through the fishway
I'll
there?
probably on a constant alewife fish tour.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you have a busy weekend, a safe one. Folks at home, if you're traveling this weekend, be safe. Enjoy the great weather. We finally got some really, really nice weather.
Yeah. Supposed to be good.
Yeah, and check out LCTV this weekend. We got a lot going on. The high school game tomorrow night. We got Madomic Valley and Erskine softball. Madomic Panther, they're going. Toby says goodbye. We'll see you next time. I'm Larry Sidelinger. He's the host, the mayor of the Mills, Bobby Whear. Haven Simmons behind the camera, and Toby's excited because we're going swimming. See you next time, folks. Thanks for watching. Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.